people either love you or hate you for what someone else perceives you as, right?
Right.
So I tell people they like to make the good girls look bad and the bad girls look good because that's boring the other way around.
Right.
If you know someone in their real life is a bitch, and then you see them on TV and they're a bitch, boring, we already knew that.
Right.
But if you know them as a bitch and then you see a nicer side and vice versa, it's like, oh wow, I didn't know that person was like that. And I tell people, the editing is everything on these shows, right?
Yeah.
They'll put something that happened first, last, and last first, and you'll think, why did you were coming for this girl, but they didn't see how many times that person came for you.
Or even the audio, you'll say something after someone verbally attacks you, and they'll put it first, and then edit it, rewind as if you said something to them, and they responded to that, and it's like completely the opposite.
So why do we do it? Because doesn't it cause you, I mean, it was a lot of anxiety. I think it's a lot of anxiety that comes with it, especially when your show's about to come on. Do you get a copy before? Do you watch it before?
No, I watch it when everyone else watches it.
Okay, Atlanta Housewives gives it to you a couple days before, so you can write your blog.
Yeah.
You brace yourself, but then you also it's like 48 hours of, I already know how this is gonna play.
It's a lot of, well, for me, because I've had my personal family story told and edited, I had a lot of tears. I had a lot of tears on camera and off camera. But you say, why do we do this? I have a lot of fun doing it as well. I say reality TV is not for the weak at all, because not only can you get torn apart while you're filming, then you have to relive this 2-3 more times to get torn apart. So,
yeah, and another thing is that a lot of times we shoot something 6 months prior, and then they finally see it and it's old, and then you have to relive it again because it's like, this happened in the past. Like, this is not where I'm at in my space right now mentally.
and then the reunion.
And
you gotta live it again.
So you do all the work, like say you have beef with someone, right? You do all the work of getting to a peaceful place. They like to wrap it all up before the end of the season.
Right.
Then that episode plays where you cuss them, you talk so much shit about them in your confessional, and then you're not cool anymore.
Yeah,
Right. Then they open up all those wounds again at the reunion.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, even for me, you know, being the first gay reality TV show in a star in a relationship with another African American gay male, I had a lot of Bible thumpers. I had a lot of, you know, that whole DL storyline, that stereotypical storyline that plays over and over again, being used against me. And you know, a lot of times for me, I was just like really stressed out because it's like, there is no gay black men on television at the time, like none that looked like me. You know, we would have the more beautiful, effeminate women like RuPaul and the different girls who are transgenders, but there was no like just normal type, not even normal, that's the wrong word.
We had Karamo Brown on the
We
Real
had
World
Karamo on years before.
But I don't think they showed him in a relationship, but they showed you.
Yeah. So the thing was, I had a lot of anxiety because I always, when I was growing up, I was always looking for the Karamo Browns or the Milan Christophers, and to be that person and not have like a blueprint. It was hard because I didn't have.
So you're like a pioneer though.
But it was scary because now it's like everything is going to be based off of how I act, and you know, if you don't do as good or if you don't do as bad, and it's like,
you feel the burden of like letting the community down.
Yeah,
that's a big burden to have to put. You're just trying to just get on a show and just have a job.
Exactly.
Kristen, how did you get cast on Basketball Wives?
Social media.
Really?
Yes.
So tell me about it. So they just.
Basically, I know I came in with my father-in-law's fiance now, and they contacted her first. So there's a group of basketball wives in the Laker industry where we all hung out. We had a real family, and so they cast us from that Laker family.
Okay.
But yeah, they found her on social media and then asked if I would be interested, and then talked to me through social media.
Were you scary? Were you scared at first? Like, I don't know, because of course, Basketball Wives doesn't have the best reputation as far as they don't. Let's just keep it 100.
Yeah.
They don't. That's often the one that they cite. It's like Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives of making black women look a certain way.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? Is it making black women look a certain way, or black women doing it themselves?
No one ever has put words in my mouth, and I can only speak for myself. So I've had good behavior and I've had bad behavior, and I really try and own my bad behavior. I've had some not cute moments.
Yeah.
So I cannot do anything with the edits, but I am in control of what I allow them to edit.
But even when you do that, though, like even when you do, like put your best foot forward, they can still. Those producers are tricky.
Yeah, you know what? I have producers that I trust, and then there's some that you get to know. Not to say I don't trust them. So it's hard. That's all. I mean, it really is hard, and it's something that I signed up for, have watched a few, of the seasons in the past, so I knew what I was signing up for. I am literally in control of my behavior. So yes, there are moments I'm like, damn, why didn't that get shown?
Yeah.
And they show the bad moment, but I always say the people who know me and love me is what matters, and the people who hate me, you either get to know me or you continue to hate me. So
social media, though, it's
Yeah,
really no joke. Now, speaking of
rough.
social media, tell us about your social media business.
So,
Businesses.
it's crazy. Like, I never thought my hair would make me some money. You know what I mean? So
Your
look
hair's
who's up. Thank you. I do have clip-ins at times, but
I can see your hairline. So
this is my hairline.
well, I gotta say this: a lot of women on reality TV, their hairlines are blown out just from years of let's just keep 100. There's a lot of like absentee hairlines in reality TV.
There
So
are.
a lot of like lace front wigs and a lot of that, right? Am I lying? I'm not lying. Is that shade? Whatever, it's shade, okay. But it's true though.
Yeah.
So to see that, like either.
You know what it is I am actually afraid to put a lace front on because I have like sideburns for days. You know, I feel like it's gonna rip it off. So, so there's a company called Curls. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah,
They're all over. That's a new venture and a new partnership that I'm trying to do with them where, you know, you have the opportunity to make the Instagram TV now videos or put things on your story or put things on a post. So that's one of my new things I never would have thought.
Is that with
here.
Mahisha?
Yes.
Now, Mahisha, black-owned business, and she started this company,
Vegan,
and it's really
organic.
taken off. She's
Yeah.
a really successful woman.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So that's a perfect partnership for
Yeah,
you.
that's what, and that's the thing. So I feel like there are people out there who do everything, and I just can't do everything. Like for me, it has to fit what I want my brand to be. Like I would love to have like a mommy brand or a daughter. You know, I have a 3-year-old. If I had that type of brand to go with it, so there are a few things. I have that, and then I feel like most of the people on reality TV, the Pretty Little Things.
Pretty Little Things, Flat Tummy Tea.
Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova. Although I'm waiting for my Fashion Nova deal.
Me too. Hello. Can we get it?
Milan, what about yourself?
So, you know, after I did Love and Hip Hop, I also did Paper Magazine.
I like that magazine. That's the one that Kim Kardashian did, right? With the
Yeah.
champagne bottle. Remember that ad? Where she had the glass on her ass?
Booty, yeah.
Yeah.
So after her glass on her ass booty, I ended up doing not a similar one, but a nude
You
photo
were
shoot
naked.
with them.
I've seen you naked a few times online.
Yeah. So, but it's the same shoot.
Okay.
And from that, I ended up getting
Ooh, look at the picture. Hold on. Moments. Okay.
Fine.
I ended up getting a Flesh Jack and a adult toy line deal from FleshJack.com.
Flesh Jack?
Yeah.
Please explain that.
So Flesh Jack is a molding of your body parts.
So what part did you have molded?
Certain body parts that were shown in the so my
It wasn't-
my
you can say whatever here. It's not.
my whoop
Your man
whoop and my
friend.
wop wop. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up getting that molded, and I ended up starting my own adult toy line, which went crazy successful because after the pictures, it was like all over the place, all over TMZ, all over everywhere. So it was dope. So I ended up getting that, and then I also have my comic books. Ragnaron, which is the first openly gay superhero, black superhero comic book, and then I
Openly gay superhero, black superhero.
and we just shot the movie for it, and it's now on Amazon. Amazon picked it up.
Clap for that. Amazing. What's your mom think about your penis being for sale?
Oh my God.
Everybody
How do we go back to that? We're on Ragnaron right
Oh
now.
no, I'm still on that.
You know, my mom, it took her a minute to actually see it because my mom is an older mom, but my dad saw it. And so my dad called me and was like, yeah, that's my boy.
That means it must be big.
Yeah. So yeah, my mom took, when she first found out, she was just kind of like, boy, why you out there naked with your little,
Making me money, mom.
you know,
Wow,
so, yeah.
okay.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations. I will check that out. Yes. So Milan, your storyline centered around being a gay black man in hip hop. What was important for you to portray? You know, because like you said, there wasn't a lot about that. You hear whispers of who's gay, who's maybe gay and who's not, but you're out there saying it, and you're in hip hop, which is a very misogynistic,
Right.
industry.
I mean, everyone knows, being called I don't know if I can say the word.
You can say
but
anything
being
here.
called a faggot or being called gay is like the biggest defamation in the hip hop culture. That's where everybody runs to when they want to defame you or
But
degrade
isn't it
you.
such a contradiction? Because we all know, okay?
Yeah.
There are several people in the business, without naming names, unless you want to, that are very much so gay, very, very much so gay.
Right.
Okay, so I feel like a lot of them are actually lying. Some of the ones that are saying it and using it as an insult are in fact gay themselves.
I mean, just
to deflect.
think about in high school when we were in, I don't know where I was in high school, the main one that used to say, "You gay nigga," or "You faggot," was the one that when I got home and my Facebook or MySpace page was like, "What's up? What you doing today?" You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, that's neither here nor there. For me, I think the biggest thing is that there's so many children that are growing up in hip hop or in urban areas who just have nowhere to turn and nobody to look up to. So I was so excited and ecstatic to kind of fulfill that, to give them, you know, you can be black, you can be gay, and you can be successful. So it was important for me to take on a role on Love and Hip Hop.
So how much has things changed, do you think? Because 10, 15 years ago, it was unheard of to utter those words and to be okay with it.
I mean, I be waking up and I be seeing, you know, I don't know what young thug sexuality is, but just different people in dresses.
He definitely wear a dress and some earrings
and just all type, you know, and even the funniest thing is like tight pants and skinny jeans and tight muscle shirts and over haute couture labels and stuff was really worn by gay men 10, 15 years ago. Now all of the rappers is in their Fendi this and their Gucci that.
It feels like gay is very mainstream now.
Yeah.
And I feel like, which is cool, right?
Right.
How do you feel about mainstream or straight men using that as their gimmick? Because I feel like Young Thug does that. I'm not sure if he's gay or not. I feel like he uses it, and a lot of artists you see will use it like as a gimmick. To get controversy.
To get
controversy.
I mean, I'm fine with it because the more they use it, the more acceptable it is, and you know, people aren't getting bullied and getting beat up because they can just be themselves and fit right in with whatever's going on in the culture. So it doesn't bother me at all, actually.
Got it, okay. So what was the initial response from the public when you first came out with the, you know, I'm a gay rapper?
It was pretty major. I mean, I went on Wendy Williams, Ellen, like just different places. It was cover of, like you said, New York Post, LA Times, Chicago Tribune. It was a pretty big deal. We had a lot of positive feedback, especially from our community. And like I said, there was people who are Bible thumpers. There were people who were watching Love and Hip Hop like, man, this ain't hip hop, this gay, you know, like, so. It actually is. This is a part of the hip hop culture. So, I think it was like 60-40, 70-30.
Positive?
Positive 70-30 kind of mix.
How'd you get the covers of LA Times?
From our first episode when it aired, I think the next week all of those stories started rolling out.
It was a big story.
Yeah.
It was a big story.
Yeah.
What's been the best part about being a reality star and, you know, for you?
I would have to say it is being able to communicate and talk to people and show who I am outside of Basketball Wives. So to use this platform, my mom is a breast cancer survivor. So I go and do a cancer walk with her and iHeartRadio in New Orleans every year. So to me, just to have personal things be shown in such a positive light from something that could be seen as negative has been amazing to me. So just not even always about the money part of it, but bringing awareness, like you said, to things that are bigger than the show, that are things that you never thought would have come out of your life of just being on a reality TV show.
Got it. Nice. Well, you know what? A lot of people get criticized. There's a lot of criticism of the reality shows like Basketball Wives and Atlanta Housewives because a lot of times the women aren't really married, but you are married.
I am.
So has it negatively affected your relationship? Because it puts a lot of strain on some relationships. It
has not. It actually, it sounds so cliche to say it brings us closer, but from the drama that the show has shown, it really has. Like I said, we have this 3-year-old little girl and we have our little family unit. And it's funny sometimes, like Thomas will be like, oh, I got some titties in my DMs today. So, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't get dick pics. I don't understand what's going on. But no, it actually, we don't have any drama.
Really?
No.
You're really lucky. Well, that shows that you have a strong relationship.
I guess mine wasn't that strong because it's like maybe like 3 episodes in, it just went completely haywire.
Well, see, we're not we're not jealous people. We never have been. When I met him, he was in the basketball industry in the NBA, and we lived far apart. And you have to learn this trust. They're never home. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like,
you feel like you got a strong base?
I really do. Like, I think if there's jealousy or one person's, if you can't trust that person, I think that anything can make it crumble. It wouldn't have been just the television camera.
But there's definitely added stress when you have 1 million people chiming in on your life that, you know.
Hell yeah.
And sometimes it stings because sometimes if you have some insecurities, you're like, well, okay, that could have happened. So with you, was your people criticize your relationship, said it was fake. Was it fake?
I don't think they criticized my relationship. They criticized the relationship with my ex, with his so-called alleged
Well,
girlfriend.
I heard that too. I heard, well, of course, with the girlfriend, but I
Yeah.
also heard with you that they thought it was like put together for the show.
No, that part was 100% real.
Were you guys solid before the show?
You know, I thought we were. I think, like you said, when you get on television and, you know, certain people are getting recognized or not recognized, or the show is portraying one person a certain way and not the other person. I think for me, my biggest issue, especially with the show, was that they were painting a picture as if it's a stereotypical picture when you have especially with being gay in the black community. There's a gay man who finds some gay boy and is trying to turn them into a gay man. And I didn't like that, because when they added the girl into the picture, it looked like he was.
Was that fake?
I'm not going to speak on any of that part. All I have
Blink
to do is
twice.
speak on.
Blink twice.